All right, guys. So I'm gonna do an improvisation real quick. And I told you guys, that's what I do. Yeah, I can do improvisation, but it's real though. It's not fake. I just want to talk about, I know the owner of the building is really concerned. What is the owner of the building concerned about? The owner of the building is concerned. How did you get the access codes to this building? How do you know? How did you get the keys to this? Well, you know, the key when I saw this building, I said, I know the key fits in that building. Because you need a key to get in the building, or you need an access code. I just knew that I had the right key. I looked at the floor plan before I even saw the building. I saw the plan. I saw that the living room, the living space was a lot, bigger than the other rooms and stuff. And, I like that. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be. The living space is supposed to be the biggest room. But, living room is the area you're going to spend a lot of time in and stuff like this. So you want it to look real nice. And, I don't know. It's a lot of different ways you can design a living room. But I don't want to keep this long. It's just, I knew I had the right key. The key has to fit. And then I looked at this building, and I said, if we could take, look at the floor plan, look at the model of this building, because it's a really good looking building, right? And I looked at that building, I said, if we can use that building for a template to build other buildings, then obviously, it'll be a few modifications made on the new little buildings coming up, but it'll still be a how do you say, it's coming off the old building. It's coming off the original building. But I looked at it and I said, man, imagine the buildings that can be created from that building. And since I have the right key, I said, hey, why not? I don't know. That's all I can say is that I just thought that the key fits the building. So again, the owner is like, how did you get the access codes? And you gotta ask the universe that. Because I know this building could be it could be kind of tough to get around this building. I see it's kind of rough on the edges here and there. Yeah, I know that. But see, the thing is, I got the master key. I'm a master charmer too. Even if the owner of the building didn't want to let me in for some reason, even if you put a second padlock on the door, it's like I got another master. I'm a master charmer. So be careful. If people have been talking about, I must know witchcraft, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people try to get those access codes. The owner wants to know, how did you get those access codes? That's what the owner's been thinking about lately. How did you get the access codes? And all I can say is you gotta ask the universe that. The universe told me I had the master key. He said that the key fits, and then the lock will turn. And like I said, I just looked at the floor plan. Floor plan before I got to the building. And I saw the building. I really liked the building, but all I could think about was, man, imagine how many other buildings you can create out of that building. I said, man, that's gonna be some nice buildings that come from that, the original model. So that's it. That's the only answer I have. No, let me say one more thing before I go. It's things about the consciousness of this individual before I go. It's certain things about the consciousness that I see that I can work with. Remember, I said I can work with this person, because you're never going to be on the same level you don't expect to be on the same level as your spouse, as anybody. You have to just look at somebody and say, can I work with that? And I say, yeah, I can work with that. So that plus the fact that the universe told me the key fits. I'm pretty sure somebody said something about giving a hug, something about hugs, about how it would feel so good, about how it just seemed like it like fits right in place, like one of those jigsaw puzzles, right? Just fits right in place. Just like you hug each other. Just feel like the hug, like there's a certain key with the hug. It seemed like the body dimensions, just everything. So I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. But that's all I gotta say about this.